Well, good afternoon, Facebook. Good afternoon, Internet. Good afternoon, YouTube. Good afternoon, everyone. It's Alex Hall from Alex Hall at Realty. Come to you live today from the Heritage Park here in Castle Hill. And as you might be able to tell, it is indeed raining today, which essentially is going to cause some of you to ask, what in God's name is this idiot doing standing out in the rain making a broadcast? Well, I thought I'd speak to you today for this reason. A lot of the time, when people decide they're going to make a really big change in their world, you often see this at the start of the new year when they make New Year's resolutions. They say things such as, this year I'm really going to lose weight, or this year I'm really going to get fit, or this year I'm really going to do blah, 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 blah. And as we all know, what happens with New Year's resolutions is that usually before a month has ended, they've all been broken and the whole thing is forgotten. Now, why is that? Well, there are a number of reasons, and one of them is that a lot of the time people make New Year's resolutions that really don't mean anything to them. They have no reason to stick to the plan because they don't really want the plan, whatever that plan might be. But sometimes, and this is why I'm speaking in the rain, people start to follow the plan, but things come up that they allow themselves to use as an excuse for not pursuing it. So, for example, if you were saying to yourself, you know, I really need to get fit, I really need to start going for a run, you might look at the weather and say, oh, well, it's raining, maybe I'll do it tomorrow. And then the next day, the weather may not have cleared up, and so you put it off again. And then before you know it, the whole thing's on the back burner and you've stopped. However, people who have a very clear idea of what they're doing, they make allowances for the things that can pop up. So, for example, if people are wanting to go walking in the rain, running might be a bit different, but if they want to go walking, there's such a thing as an umbrella. Now, the other thing I want to say to this is that when you make allowances for things that pop up that are going to stand in the way as a bit of opposition to whatever it is you're going to do, the more prepared you are, the more ably you're going to be able to stay the course. However, that doesn't mean that it's easy. If you go out into the rain with an umbrella and an overcoat, you're still going to get wet a little bit, especially if it's really, really downpouring. However, the more prepared you are at the beginning, before these things crop up, the more likely it is you're going to be able to overcome the temptation to give up. Now, I hope all of this is making sense, but basically the reason I'm saying these things is this, that there are a lot of people who are feeling trapped by circumstances because in this world there are various things that happen. Some things you are able to control, some things you're not able to control, like the weather. Now, you can't control the weather, but you can control how you prepare for it. You can't control emergencies popping up, but you can control how prepared you are to deal with them if you know that they're coming. So what's the point? Well, the point is that if you're wanting to get something done, if you want to make a major shift in your life, be prepared for the unexpected and know that the more prepared you are, the less likely it is that these things that might act as an excuse, such as, oh, but it's raining, are going to stop you from pursuing your goal. But in order to do this, you need to have a very clear idea of what it is that you're wanting to do. You need to have a very clear idea as to why. Because the other thing I should say is that if you don't have a reason, then these things that might for other people be an excuse will become a genuine reason. So you've got to have a real reason for wanting to do what it is that you're wanting to do. But if you do have that reason and you're aware of what might likely pop up to try and stop you, the more prepared you are, the more determined you are, and more relevantly, the more help you have in the form of people who've actually done it and are able to guide you, and in the form of people who are able to walk the journey with you, the more likely it is that you will indeed reach your destination and accomplish whatever it is that you're hoping to do. So anyway, I hope that all makes sense. Really the reason I make these kind of motivational videos is just because I want to encourage people, because I know that there are a lot of people out there who are really struggling, feeling trapped in their world, but I just want to say anything is possible. Anything is possible. And if you're wanting to make a change in your world, it can be done. But anyway, this is Alex Hall from Alex Hall Realty signing out, and I hope you have a wonderful rest day and a great rest of the week. Bye for now.